Hi, hello. It's Ronnie, and I am live tonight, today, wherever you are watching this. And I'm coming live to summarize, an actual training that I'm going through. It's literally, I do these lives to hold myself accountable. I really come live every single day on other platforms, but I use this day, usually try to do it at least once a week, give you a summary of what I've learned the past week. And what if you don't know what I'm talking about it's training for 90 days. Is absolutely free e-commerce training. It's a 90-day challenge, right? And today is day 23. And so it's absolutely free training. You cannot get this anywhere unless you're probably paying thousands for. Literally, the program, the company that's putting this on, they actually have a course that's 25,000 that goes a little bit more in detail. It's for people that really want to dive in, but this free training, it's really, talking to others. It's it's stuff in there that really can match up to that high value a course that they have that's for the whole year, right? Because this company really wants you to succeed online in e-commerce because of the big thing that's happening. And I'll get straight to it. Uh, what's happening, if you taken a look around this time frame when I'm recording this, what's happening to stores around your neighborhoods? What's happening? They're closing down, right? Where's everyone going? They're purchasing things online. So this is a perfect opportunity to share with others some ideas. These are perfect situations where you can start your business and don't need a lot of capital to start. So this training is absolutely free, and I want to come to you to share, just summarize high level of what I got out of the training, and it should help you with some tips to get your to get your site, get your business going, right? You don't want to wait 5-10 years down the line and saying, darn, I should have got a part of this. And so I'm coming to you to spread the word here nor there. So I'll get started. And I just want to say this, you know, even though last week, I like to come once a week and give a summary of what happened. Also last week was TECWeek. So some of the training that I'm going to summarize will include some of the training that I got out of a TECWeek, because it was applied also as well in the group of the free training, the 90-day training, right? So today, what I'll do is I'll summarize what I got out of the training today, and then go back to day 16 and start from there. So today was day 23 of the e-commerce challenge. And it was really literally, and I just want to say this to you. If you're watching this right now around the time that I recorded this, I just want to tell you that it's still time for you to get a part of this training. It doesn't matter what level you're on in e-commerce and internet marketing, because today is a perfect example. Today of the training was about giving you an overview of what drop shipping is. And as a beginner, gives you like two models, pricing models on how to, how to price your products when you're first starting out. So it really was a great training. Don't want you to feel like, oh, it's day 23 of the training and you can't get involved. Now, if you're watching this and it's beyond the 90 days, there's also, I'm pretty sure there is training for you that is for free, right? So if there should be a link there that you can get in contact with me, but I'm available anywhere, but it should be training for you still. But here nor there, this is about the 90-day free training challenge. And so today was, like I said, it's a perfect example for a beginner. Now, the overview was about drop shipping. Now, I'm not going to go in detail about it because you get access to that, to the training to go more in detail. But it gave you an overview of drop shipping. and also 2 pricing models. And when I say pricing models, when you're first starting out, you may not know how to price your products. Really and truly, this first model, pricing model, or how you can offer your pricing on your products is free plus shipping. Free plus shipping. Now, if you don't know what free plus shipping is, it's basically offering a product for free. Then you attach on the shipping and handling. So the customer is only paying for the shipping and handling of that product. Now, the next pricing model is just selling the product at a price with shipping and handling. So what they're teaching you is start out basic with free plus shipping, because what you want to do is fire up this pixel. Now you're saying, what is pixel? I literally did a quick video today. If you go and check out Twitter, Periscope, or Facebook, I literally did the training for today. I literally went in and showed 2 ways on how to set up your pixel on Shopify. There's 2 ways to do this, and they're simple. So I know I received a question on that, so I went ahead and did videos. I'm not going to show it right now. I may do a separate one, just for that. Maybe this week I'll do that, but didn't want to spend the time to do that. But I did do that. And so the pixel, just to give you some information about that, and I'll give it as simple terms as possible. The pixel is Facebook pixel, and what they do is they record the activity. This is the way I see it. They record the activity, what's going on your website, the behavior of people going to your website, and what are they doing? They're viewing content, they're viewing cart, they're adding to cart, they're purchasing. And so the pixel is firing up, getting all this information. So you want to get as many people coming to your site so the pixel can fire that up, get the behaviors, get a feel of who's coming to your site. So when it's time to do that second model and offer your products at a retail price, Facebook has a good feel of, okay, I'm going to find those people that will purchase, or find people that look like those people that purchase or view your content, so it goes all into that. That's why you want to do this. This is why they're teaching this. So I just wanted to share that with you. That's what it was about today. So don't feel intimidated that it's day 23 or whatever day it is. It is free training for you. They go back and helping you. They want you to really get this embedded in your brain and help you be successful in your training, in your e-commerce journey. All right. So that was day 23. So I'm going to go back to starting from day 16. So day 16 was Q&A. It was about scaling a winning Facebook ad, new product launch, and video ads versus picture posts. Excuse me. Voice getting dry. I lost my voice in Phoenix while I was at TECWeek, and it seems like I'm talking a little bit too much, so I'm going to try to get through this without losing my voice completely. So what was important in that training? Well, everything was important in the training, but I wanted to point out this was sequencing. And if you don't know what that is, it was like basically there was a comparison of 3 sequences and what performed better. And I didn't even know that. There's so much analytical things going on, and testing is so important. So the first sequence that was discussed was when you run a picture ad first, right? Run a picture ad. And then what you do is you retarget that audience with a video ad. And they kind of, said, okay, see what's happening there. The second sequence was video. You do a video ad first. Then when you retarget, you use the same thumbnail, and then they compare the two, all right, to see what was better. And then there was a third sequence where I used a video ad first in the first ad, and then they retarget with a different picture thumbnail. And so they compared the 3 to see what performed better, what got better results. And so I didn't even know that this was there. So this may be something that you can test as well with your products. So I thought that was very interesting to share. Now on the next day, some other things that were happening was content curation versus creation. Now, this was about what was discussed on this day was basically about, how you can, you want to share things on your fan page. You want to share things with the world, with your audience, with your email, whatever that is, creating an email list. And sometimes we may get, blocks in our mind on what to create. So yes, do you want to create your own content, right? Create your own content, right? Content creation. But when you have those days where you can't create things, you can go out and find things in your particular area and curate it, right? Curation is basically you going out as valuable information and sharing it with others. That's basically what curation is. So don't ever feel like you have nothing to share. You can't come up with creative ways to content. Just go and find articles, videos that are in your area that will be helpful to your audience, right? So you can do that. Now, another thing was SEO. Now, I hear from time that SEO is dead or things, and SEO is not dead. Trust me, it is not. And what I got out of this is SEO is something great for the long term. So you want this to be added in your process of whatever you're doing. And since we're talking about e-commerce, it was big this week and being a part of the challenge of last week. And like I said, you can use this across the board for anything. But because over time you want Google, you want to be part of the list. Now, hold on. Let me get some water and I'll get back to you. Getting dry as ever, but I'll be right back. Oof. Okay. Hopefully I'll set it right here. So if I need it again, but I'm back. Sorry about that. My voice is going out. It's really, really dry. But SEO, make sure you incorporate that right now to get results, months down the line. Yeah, it will not be right away. So what you can do is use those paid advertisements right now. Get that fired up. Get traffic fired up coming to your site while SEO is kicking in, because SEO at the end of the day is free. It's free traffic, right? So you want to build that in. Some other things I would say that around that time, what I've learned is take care of your customers. Take care of your customers, because so many times we see things, we see offers to get new people into our offers or into buying our product, but we're not taking care of our current customers. And I know this, and I should know this, because I use this as an example. Some years back, I was with a certain company, cell phone company, for so many years. And they were offering, specials for new customers. And so I wanted the same offer, but they wouldn't give it to me. So you know what I did? I went over to someone else. And I've been with that company for so many years because, see, I am loyal. If you're great, I'm going to stay with you. But if you can't offer me a same discount as people that you're trying to get in, then I'm going somewhere else. You have to take care of those customers that are loyal to you, because they'll keep buying from you and buying from you. And that's what I do. I know that I can sit in those shoes. I can sit from the vendor. I can sit on the customer side, and say, you're absolutely right. So that was another tip for this week on the training. Now, another thing, and I did talk about this a little bit earlier about retargeting. A big thing was about Facebook ads. Now, Chris, one of the presenters at TECWeek, did talk about Facebook ads. There was tons of people, different great people, experts at TECWeek. But this kind of fits into the e-commerce training. So he went into detail about Facebook ads to help those that may be lost and never done Facebook ads. But it was really great. Also, what was brought up was retargeting. Retargeting across the board this week. Even in the beginning of the week, Tanner Larson talked about this. Really and truly, retargeting is very important. And to get to try to understand it so you can get it from this scenario. If you know a little bit about sales or things of that nature, just think of it like this. You're in sales, you in the usual offline sales, and you have a prospect or whatever, and you're talking to them, whoever that may be. You have to follow up, right? You have to follow up to get that sale, get them interested or whatever. Well, I look at retargeting like this. Now, when you follow up, you may need to call them on the phone. And I'm not saying don't do this, but you need to be up. You need to be awake to do this. Retargeting, you do not have to be awake. That's the value of the internet. You can literally set up retargeting uh, to be set up to retarget your potential customers while you're sleeping. Because whenever they're on the internet, they're going to be followed everywhere. There's a potential for them to be followed wherever they go. So pay attention to this, right? When you're on the internet, you'll see these little ads and you're wondering, wait a minute, I was on that site when? And they're following you, right? They're following you. That's retargeting. That's retargeting. It's awesome because you don't have to be awake. You don't have to be, you could be doing something else. You could be driving. You could be in the office. You could be in a conference, and your potential customer is getting retargeted, right? So that's very interesting. I wanted to bring that up to you. Interest targeting. Here's another thing that I thought this was interesting as well. Interest targeting. This was talked about, and I'm sorry if I'm not mentioning everyone in this presentation last week. Sam Bell, he's an expert in Facebook. Believe he runs a Facebook agency, so he's really in tune with what works best with Facebook ads. He's an expert, and so he talked about one of the many things that he talked about. Not just this, but one thing if I wanted to mention to you is this. He sets up his campaigns. This is a good way to set up your campaigns because you really want to figure out what is working for you, what's benefiting you. You're running these ads. And so one way is to set up campaigns basically for each platform that you're on. So say, for instance, like some people teach it differently. But his way is we want to zero in, exactly pinpoint what's a great place to place your ads and just get your more bang for your buck. So you set up a campaign for a desktop, each desktop, Instagram, right side advertising, mobile. And then what you do, you set up each asset for each interest. So if you have a nurse, you're in a nurse niche, right? You want to find an interest that is strictly for that nurse. So if there's a nurse interest of a magazine or association, each one, you will set up an asset for each one. So you have a campaign for desktop. So you set up each asset for each interest, maybe several. Then you set up another campaign for, specifically for, desktop, for mobile, right? You want to do that. Now, I believe it was campaign. I don't think it was asset. I could be wrong, but he did. He literally said, do these types of things. And I am going to implement that in my business. I'm putting that on my schedule to do, and you should do it as well. And so after you get your data going through this, now you can see, okay, these people, it basically, okay, let's say, 30-year-old to 40-year-olds, males that live in blah, 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 in this interest are really in tune with my product. So I am going to zero in and scale up on these ads that are targeting these people. So I really looked at that perspective, wanted to tell you about that tip there for you. And then here's another tip. With some of the training that was going on last week, and logo. Now this training was back to the basics. It went through a case study one day, on how the person was able to earn a $30,000 profit. Now these, I have to mention this. These results are not typical, but basically it went through a case study to show you how this person was able to earn $30,000 in profit with, I believe it was 1 or 2 products, right? So it was awesome to see that. But what I got out of the training and what I want to show you and tell you about, not actually show you, but tell you about a tip on logos. And the reason why I'm telling you about this, where you can get your logo from, because so many people can procrastinate. So many people can make this seem like it can be a roadblock to you going forward and starting your own business because you don't know how to create a logo. I'll give you 2 ways on how you can start. Get your logo done, right? Now, what I learned, what was mentioned, a tip, excuse me, need some more water. Let me get, excuse me. Almost done, right? My voice needs a break. But here nor there. The tip here is, first of all, when I first started online, I didn't know how to do a logo. So someone mentioned to me, hey, go to Fiverr for $5, get a logo. Now, that doesn't mean that you need to keep that logo. It's just that to get you going, get going, stop sitting around and waiting. Okay, I can't create a logo. Just go to Fiverr for $5. Now, another way, which is awesome, right? You can go to Freelancer and get and create a contest. So you get several people creating a logo for you. All you really need to do is tell them what you're kind of looking for, what it will be used for, maybe the colors that you want, and then you create this contest and people are competing. They'll put up these logos and you have the opportunity to pick the one you like. So that is a great idea for you to do. It doesn't mean that you have to keep that logo forever. It's just like, hey, I need this logo right now so I can move forward in my business. But I wanted to share that with you because I know how that is, to sit there and say, I can't create anything. So I'm just going to sit here and not create my business and I'll just have a roadblock. I can't do it. No. That's not what I'm here for. That's not what I want you to do either. So those were some of the things that I learned over the last week during the e-commerce training and also with TECWeek. TECWeek was amazing. It was a bonus. It was a grand opening. It's really the first, it's kind of like college. But the difference here is you're trained by people that truly are experts in their fields. They didn't read this stuff. They really live this. They're really performing at the highest level. And the best thing about this is you go to TECWeek 4 times a year, 4 or 5 times a year. And what happens? You learn these things, you implement them in your business, and you come back 3 or 4 months down the line, network, learn some more, and come back. This one was a special TECWeek, though. This was a bonus. It's a grand opening of the new facility. So it was awesome. Awesome deal. It's just nice to be in the environment of like-minded individuals. You're learning a lot. You're learning this tip over here. It's just great because you can implement it. You don't have to wait 4 years down the line to implement these things that you're learning. You literally can implement them right away. And you can get feedback on your store, on your business, because you're networking with other people as well. So just want to throw that in there. I know this was beneficial to you. Hopefully it's beneficial to you. Just take some things that I share with you. If you thought that, man, you want to learn more, I just kind of gave you a high level of things. There's a lot more in the free training that's available. Just click the link below, wherever it is in here, around here, to get you started on your training, right? No matter what time it is, get that training started, all right? So just want to say, glad you're tuning in. And I will come live again soon, providing you with some tips on the e-commerce challenge. And maybe we can, maybe I'll see you in the group and we can help each other get through some time, because that's what it's about too. Everyone is helping each other because everyone wants everyone to succeed. There's enough for everyone to be successful in this arena, right? Don't wait 2 years, 5 years down the line and start to jump on this. This is the perfect opportunity, all right? How many times will you run into an opportunity to get free training for 90 days, all right? So I just wanted to come to you, valuable tips, and I will come live to you soon again, all right? Peace.